Hi everyone, welcome to Marika Creations. Today I will show you two unique DIYs that I have made with the men, the boys in my life in mind. So stay tuned for that. This video is also part of a collaboration that I'm doing with 6 other YouTubers, and these are amazing ladies with talent and creativity. I will introduce them to you.
For the boys collaboration:
Elizabeth at Dandysoap DIY, Pat at Pat's Homecraft, Nadia at DIY with Nadia, Mum at Momdas Life Handmade, Suzanne at Suzanne Gazaway DIY, and Elena at Elena Jenkins DIY. As I said, amazing ladies, amazing DIYs, crafting, decorating. Jump on over to their channels right after this video and check out what they have to offer. You won't be disappointed. And I will leave the links to their channels in the description box below. And of course also the playlist to this collaboration, so you can check out what the other girls have done for the men in their lives. Great DIY ideas for men, for boys, for everyone actually, because I love the DIYs I've done in this video. So let's get to it, right? Let's get DIYing. My first DIY, I had my sons in mind and boys in general. At least when they are kids, they like to tear things apart and build something completely different from the parts, right? That's what I have in mind for this DIY. Take a picture frame and I turn it into an industrial inspired lamp. So let's do this.
So I start out with this frame here, and I have marked where I want to cut it. I will have 2 marks on each side, because I'm cutting off a little bit to make it a bit smaller. I actually saw a similar creation to what I'm doing here on Facebook Marketplace a couple of months ago. So that's where I got my inspiration. So 2 of the cuts are in a 45-degree angle, and the other 2 I just cut them straight off. And the 2 pieces that I have cut in a 45-degree angle, I will glue them with hot glue together. You see it's right there. So I have a piece of scrap wood that I'm using now, that will be a support to where the actual lamp is going. So I was drilling a hole there to enable the cord to pass through. And now it's time for painting. I'm painting in a matte, no, not a matte, a black satin color. And I'm leaving the gold just right in the middle, but the rest will be a black color.
If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, And on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrifting, decorating, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative.
Please join me. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. And the piece I was drilling in just before will also be black for sure. And now my husband is helping me to just figure out what pieces to use for the actual lamp. And this is what we found, this hollow screw there, and we attaching it by squeezing it together between the frame and the piece of wood I was talking about earlier. It will make sense in just a second. Actually, right here you can see where the lamp is, but when we were screwing down the lamp here, it got a little twisted, so now I have a gap there, and I'm figuring out how I'm going to work this, and I found this metal end screw to a plumber's pipe, and I will use that perfect color, and here it is. What do you think of my industrial looking creation? I just love how it turned out, and the extra support there with the screw, I think it makes the perfect touch to it. And you see, if something goes wrong, make it work, make it fit in, make it even better.
Second DIY, I had my husband in mind, and he is a fan of Pink Floyd, and he has been since the early 70s. So I will recreate an iconic picture of Pink Floyd that relates to one of their most iconic albums. So let's get to it.
I'm starting out with this frame here. I have already spray painted the edges, and I left glass on and everything because it has its hanging, everything is ready, so it saves me a lot of time. So a matte black color I sprayed around the edges there. I started out by putting a spackle on it, and my idea was to build it up, form bricks on the surface there, but I got a better idea. When I was doing this, I ended up scraping off all the spackle and square one, and now I'm spray painting the whole piece with the same matte black color. And I had a 2-meter 40 long wood strip in oak lying around in the garage. I took that and I'm cutting tiny pieces, 8 centimeters each, and 3 of them I cut in half even, and now I'm sanding off the edges to make them smooth. And it's time to paint them. I use a white acrylic color, and I'm applying 2 coats to each of these tiny pieces. So the frame has dried and I'm placing my wood pieces where I want them, and you can see it start to look like bricks, and just placing them out so I know where I want them before I glue them down. Time to glue down all the pieces. I'm using an all-around glue together with a dab of hot glue to have the instant hold. Now I'm taking a black acrylic and I'm dry brushing the bricks to get them a more worn look. I have printed out the text that Pink Floyd uses for this particular album, and I tried to mimic it, and it was very hard to not to make it as beautiful as possible, because the text that they use is a little bit messy. But I want the look, so I'm going for the look. And here it is, hanging on the wall in my husband's office. Pink Floyd, another brick in the wall. I guess you are familiar with that, and that's the release date, 1979. What do you think? I love how it turned out. So, did you have a favorite of my For the Boys DIYs? Is it something you would make for the men in your life? Leave me a comment down below. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with a friend. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I see you in my next one. Bye!